So today we're going to talk about the most basic of knots, the overhand knot. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce you to two other terms in knot tying. The first is a loop. A loop is simply when you make a loop in the rope, but this is essential in almost every knot. The second term is called a bight, and a bight is simply a bend in the rope like this. So sometimes you might need to make a bight, and that's what that is. So we're going to look at the most basic of knots, one that many of you have already performed many times in your life probably. It's known as the overhand knot. So the overhand knot is simply making a loop and sticking the end through and drawing it tight. This knot can be used to tie off the end of a rope if rope is wanting to fray like this. So this will keep the end secure to keep it from unraveling further up the rope. Knots can also be tied in series. So you could put one here and you could put one here. We could tie another knot further down the line at a specific point. And then you would tie another knot further down the line at a specific point. And these become, if you measure them consistently, you have something that you could measure length by, or in the olden days when they used to measure nautical speed, they would use knots. They would throw something off the side of the boat, and as it was going, the rope would pull behind them, and as they hit certain knots over a certain amount of time, that told them the speed that they were going. My daughter also calls this a balloon knot because when you have a balloon at the end, that's the exact knot you use to tie a balloon off, like that, the overhand knot. The most basic of knots, but useful in many situations.